Battlefield 6 is a game that was made to capture the Call of Duty player base. It did that, becoming the franchise's best-selling game of all time. That's awesome. Congratulations. 80% of players who bought the game on Steam are no longer playing. One can only assume that those are made up primarily of Call of Duty players. And again, I reiterate, this is on Steam only. The other 20% of players are Battlefield players, but the game isn't made for us. It was made to capture the Call of Duty players. So that is where we have the problem. Battlefield 6 has an identity crisis. We are left with a game that was heavily leaning towards capturing those players, not us. And that's what today's video is going to be all about. I'm going to tell you my thoughts, my views, and why I'm having less fun on BF6 than any other Battlefield at launch. We're not all going to agree, okay? There are some people watching this video who will be loving the game because they love the grind, they love the close combat, they love the fast time to engagement, and that's right up your street. More power to you. I'm happy for you. Then there are going to be the people who, like myself, who are just struggling to find the Battlefield DNA within the game, and it's just not for you either. It's fine to have difference of opinions, but let's just keep it nice in the comment section because I can't be bothered reading arguments. When I look back at the live event in LA which I attended, and I looked around and I saw all the Call of Duty streamers, content creators, they were like forefront and center. And yeah, sometimes this happens at events where they're invited because it's a cheap way to get their audience, to attract their audience to the franchise. And that's what happens. Not just with Battlefield, with Call of Duty, they invite Battlefield streamers and Apex streamers, and it goes on. And this is just the way it works. But this time it was different. It really was aimed at them. And while I didn't really want to believe it, and I believed at launch there would be some hidden gems and bigger sandbox maps, turned out there just wasn't. And then it really started to hit me that, hang on a minute now, this is different. Something is so different with this Battlefield. Only at launch, when I started playing it more and more and started testing out all the gadgets, all the weapons, all the fun stuff I could do in pretty much every other Battlefield game, and I realized I couldn't, it really started hitting me that, hang on a minute, who is this game made for? And again, do not get me wrong, while this is a very nice game and it really plays well, like I've said in, I think, my previous video, when Battlefield 6 plays well, it plays really well. But when it's bad, oh, I mean, it's terrible. So only through playing the game and trying to not discover the crazy moments that I could do in 2042, because I'm not stupid. There's no wingsuits. The possibilities are not there. The maps don't allow it. The time to die doesn't allow it. You're always spotted. Listen, I could make a list longer than my arm of things that have been removed or have been nerfed in this game, which makes it less fun. The numbers that I gave you earlier were obviously only on Steam. Most of the player base should be on console, but with console doing the cross-play on, which I don't blame you guys for, the PC player base is dwindling weekly, and it's not looking good for us. So it puts DICE in a bit of a pickle, really. Do they continue with the road that they're going down and making a game for a different franchise player base, or do they now do a massive U-turn and try and save the player base they've got, their loyal player base, the Battlefield players? In my opinion, that is the road they need to take. Season 2 will be coming within, what, a month and a half, 2 months, I don't know. But if it is not a good season aimed towards the Battlefield players, then, oh man, I dread to think what will happen. Shortly after Season 2, Warzone will be releasing, I believe, a new map. I've not really looked into it, but I'm sure it's coming pretty soon. That will take any remaining players that are Call of Duty players from Battlefield, and they will be straight back. Trust me, they will. I mean, where does that leave RedSec? It's not in a good position. Multiplayer has to be the focus. Multiplayer must be the priority for Battlefield 6. That is the game that broke the records, became the top-selling Battlefield of all time. Multiplayer must be absolutely the main focus. So RedSec, it needs to be put to one side. It really does. For me, it's the best mode in Battlefield 6, hands down, because the BF6 maps are not good. But RedSec needs to be put to one side, and multiplayer has to be focused. If you can't get a multiplayer Battlefield right, then what's the point in doing a free-to-play RedSec? RedSec is probably making little to no money because the cosmetics are not very good. Pretty crap, in my opinion. And again, that's our fault and DICE's, because we demand that the skins and all the cosmetics stay grounded. And yes, I'm one of those people. I don't want to see Nicki Minaj running around. But at the same time, who's buying any of the cosmetics? I think I've bought one bundle. One. And it was because I like the engineer. And after that, none. I downloaded Ark Raiders 2-3 days ago. And honestly, I've spent more money. It's crazy. So RedSec needs to be put to one side. Multiplayer needs to be fixed quick. Although I don't think Season 2 will be the fix that we're hoping for. Season 2 will have been made before BF6 launched, planned, and scheduled in. More than likely, it's going to be more of the same. Small maps, quick time to engagement, and a lot of death, a lot of spotting, and just not much fun. Everything I'm saying is painful for me to say, but it's all true. And I know there's people screaming at their phones or their TVs saying, "Squid, every Battlefield has a poor launch." And yes, it does. This one, though, is different. Battlefield 2042 was just a shell of a game that eventually maps were fixed and it became a really good game. Battlefield 6 is completely aiming in the wrong direction. They need to do a U-turn, and to do that, oh man, it's going to take some real hard work. Keeping the community involved, keeping them active, not losing them, that's the hard part. I was live streaming just yesterday, in fact, and somebody said, "I'm a casual gamer, I work, I do not have time to unlock any of the weapons or upgrade them. It is such a grind, so I just don't bother." Who is Battlefield 6 aimed at? It should be a pick up and play, have fun, FPS game. Sandbox, do what the hell you want. Leave the game smiling. You shouldn't be stressed out because you can't unlock or rank things up or complete the battle pass that you paid for. It's designed that way to keep you playing for longer, so you're not playing other games. The longer you play a game, the more you might visit the store, more you might spend money. Need to turn the dial down on that one. While you watch my content, you will see that I do have some great moments, and honestly, I do have fun. Maybe 1 out of 10 games, and that's just not enough. I found myself ending live streams, rage quitting, coming off the game more frustrated and angry than before I went on. And normally before I go on a stream or a session of gaming, I'm in a great mood, and I come off feeling worse, frustrated, just angry. And yes, you could say the game's only 2 months old. It will get better. I do believe it will, if they start putting in and injecting the DNA of Battlefield into the game. Again, I don't think this will happen in Season 2. I honestly feel maybe mid-Season 2 or some surprise Season 2 content. Season 3, 4. I think then we get the Battlefield. I think the maps will be better. But honestly, all the DNA, the things that Battlefield is renowned for, known for, that makes the crazy clips, honestly, that is what makes Battlefield thrive. That is what makes Battlefield content thrive. That is what gets people addicted. Like, they'll go to work, they'll tell a friend, even their kids, the battle dads, whatever. You'd never guess what I did last night, and it's amazing. That's gone, lost. Speaking of content creators, everybody that I know that I call my close friends, they've all pretty much drifted off and playing other games. Ark Raiders has them hooked or whatever, or they're just not playing. You're just not seeing as much Battlefield content popped up from those guys that you expect it from. And that tells a story in itself. I am Battlefield through and through, and I had to play another game for my own sanity. And it goes even deeper than that. This is a job for me. Battlefield is honestly what puts the food on the table and pays the bills for my family. I dig deep, I don't quit, and I do try and find some moments of fun to try and entertain via clips, whatever social platform it is, and make people laugh or make people go wow. And it can happen from time to time in BF6. But it's like the developers, as much as I love them, they're working against that. Maybe unknowingly nerfing things, or the map designs is just going completely against what makes the franchise so great, or used to. If this is the way that the franchise is going, and the maps and the high engagement times, all based on statistics, they want you to fight because that's more fun. If that's the way the franchise is going, then it will no longer be for me. I pray to God it's not, and it is just an oversight, or, you know, trying to grab them players, which they did do, and then they'll revert back. I'm praying that they do. So going forward, what does that mean for me and content? It means it pretty much puts me in the same place I was at the start of 2042, only a little bit worse. So I will be playing and uploading Battlefield 6 when I can, when I feel like, all right, I'm going to jump on. Definitely for season 2, 100%, but I don't want to become a toxic content creator. People know me for positivity. They come to escape and laugh when they watch my streams. They don't want to hear me moaning, and that's what I've been doing, and I don't like it. So if you're still watching, I will point you in the direction of SQUiD Hub. It is a channel where I upload other content. It has been dormant for a while now, but I'm gonna have to start posting different gameplay on there of whatever games I stream on this channel. So if I pop up and I'm streaming Ark Raiders or Peppa Pig, or I have no idea what else, horror games, anything, the new Resident Evil on the 27th of February, I've got my eye on you. If you see me streaming, honestly, it does not mean I've quit Battlefield. It means I'm just waiting for him to get it right. To finish, Battlefield 6 is in big trouble. The statistics do not lie. I would not lie. My community even are not enjoying the game. Like I said, if you're enjoying it, more power to you, crack on. But in my opinion, there is room for every play style in Battlefield if the game is made like a Battlefield. All right, guys. I'll see you in another video. Don't forget, SQUiD Hub. Drop a like. If you agree with anything I say, I will be interested to read your comments. Keep it nice. And I'll see you in the next live stream and or video. Take care of yourselves. Peace. It's an absolute crime. Oh, what the hell? It's an absolute crime. That the one-shot golf... An RPG! That does a one-shot! Direct hit gimp in a golf cart!